Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the live stream. I hope the background noise isn't too bad, but we have Bryan Smith here with Hard Truth Distillery.
Hey, what's going on, Lance? Great to be here.
It's good to see you again, man.
You as well, brother.
Yeah, everybody, if you can hear us in the chat, go ahead and comment. Let me know if the background noise is too bad, if it's too loud, and we'll try to work on this while we're tasting through some things. Audio's good, some background, but okay is what they say. So I think we're good to go, man.
Awesome.
All right, buddy. So welcome you've been on the channel before, so you're the head distiller at Hard Truth, and met you a year ago, maybe at Whiskey Fest,
so.
right?
Yeah.
And dude, I was blown away by what you guys are doing. So
thank you. Lance.
Yeah. So if you want to tell your story real quick, like how you got into bourbon for everybody,
sure,
and how you got hooked up with Hard Truth, go for it.
Yeah, absolutely. So the guys that started Hard Truth Distilling Company, they originally started with some restaurants and a beer brand, and then when the laws changed in Indiana in 2015. There was an opportunity if you had a brewery that you could co-locate a distillery. Around that time's when I met up with them. I've got a lot of distilling and beer and wine making in my my lineage and my background, but never thought that I'd have an opportunity to do it as a living. But we got started, and I got in, and I've been an obsessed student of the craft since 2015. And here we are now.
Yeah, and here you are now.
325 acre distillery. We're laying down some of the best sweet mash whiskeys that I think are in the world, and we're growing and expanding, and we're just adding a bunch of capacity. January 1 of 2022, we're going to be at an 8,000 barrel a year run rate. Up from about 1,000 up till now. So, yeah, it's pretty exciting.
So for everybody that may not know, explain the difference between sweet mash for them.
Great.
Because I mean, it you can tell the difference, I think.
Sure. Yeah. So sour mashing really became a thing out of necessity to protect the batches of whiskey. Back when distilleries really didn't have all that stainless steel and steam to keep things sterile. Yeah. So what they found is if they put 10 to 15% of their previous mash that had come through the still back into their next fermenters, it would lower the pH, which would protect the yeast and inhibit bacterial growth. So then some marketing wizards got a hold of that and started talking about how that sour mashing is a premier way to make whiskey, and I would argue that that's not the case.
Right.
There's some great sour mash whiskeys out there. Don't get me wrong. But we got hooked up with the guys from Wilderness Trail, Shane and Pat. Mm-hmm. And my first time hanging out with those guys, they took me into the warehouse before they had released any whiskey and let me taste some of their 2.5-year-old rye whiskey. And it just blew my mind, the amount of complexity that was in that whiskey. And so we knew right then and there that we wanted to be a sweet mash distillery. So it's been fun to, we've got 4 rye mash bills and 4 bourbon mash bills we're laying down of the sweet mash. And it's really incredible to taste through, this whiskey as it's getting into 3 and 4 years old now, how delicious it is. And I cannot wait for you to try some of the stuff that you tried last year a year later.
Well, dude, at 2 years old, it was fantastic. Like, I remember when we came by your booth, and I've told you this story, but I was expecting to taste a lot of youth on your stuff just because it was younger, and we were absolutely blown away. Some of the biggest butterscotch notes and like chocolate on a rye that I've ever had, and it is just so good. I've been telling to everybody, like, if you see Hard Truth, you've got to get it. We had batch 1, we had batch 2. Tonight we've got batch 3, right? That we're going to try. So and we had it at the Rick House.
Oh yeah.
And I can't wait to try it again because I loved it. I know.
Yeah. So just as far as with the sweet mash and the you tasting the 2-year-old, there's really no like magic to it other than I can just tell you that the distillate that goes into the barrel tastes so much better and has so many fewer off notes. Compared to other whiskey that goes into barrel. So a lot of sour mash whiskey just needs more time. Yeah. Because it needs that traction that the activated charcoal that's in the char of the barrel helps to give that whiskey. So we actually do a very light char and a very complex toast with our barrels because we don't need that heavy char to remove the impurity, the off flavors.
Sure.
So the whiskey tastes better going into the barrel. And, at 2, 3, 4 years, it's just, you can really celebrate the fruit and the grain flavors without having it being beat over the head with the barrel.
Yeah. And that's another thing, like the tropical fruit that I get on your rye is just, it's delightful. I love it. I love it. So you guys are killing it.
Thanks,
so
buddy.
I'm excited to taste 3. Cheers, man.
Cheers. Batch 3.
Yeah. I mean, again, it's the butterscotch, the fruitiness to it. It's got good char.
This one I'm getting a lot. This batch 3, I'm getting a lot more. It's really the first time I've tasted it in our sweet mashes. I'm getting more like jammy fruit notes, like almost like some sticky, jammy fruit, as opposed to like the bright fruit from the other.
Yep.
There's still bright fruit notes, but
like red jammy fruit, I think it's a really good way to describe it.
Yeah. And then it's all I can tell you is as the body of this whiskey is getting older, we're getting just more intensity, more richness, definitely a longer finish. The finish is really starting to come
So what are the ages of the barrels blended into this from youngest to oldest?
So this is 2.5 to 3.5 years old.
My gosh, it's amazing.
Thank you.
It is so ridiculous.
Thanks, man.
It's really good. And I told you this when we came to the distillery and did a tour, but a lot of people who watch my channel get a little annoyed that I put a little bit of weight. I handicap it, but I put weight to the appearance of the bottle. But I think what you're doing is art, and you guys have one of the most beautiful bottles. I think the design of it, and you did a lot of it, right?
Yeah, I worked with our designer Dave Scott, who's actually from the St. Louis area. I had an idea in my mind, but I'm not a designer, so I take an idea and I take it to a designer, and he brought it to life. And then one of our marketing people in our department, Tori Rattay, really helped us with getting all the label and the right placement and all that cool stuff. But really, Dave Scott, he's just, I love working with him because, I can have crazy ideas or he'll have crazy ideas, and we work together and we wrestle about it kind of back and forth.
Sure.
We always end up with something pretty cool. And I put a pour spout on this so you can't see the cool cork.
The cork is one of my favorite parts. It's so unique. And I think I've talked to you a little bit, but I majored in marketing in college, and I've recently got into photography, and I have the greatest picture of your bottle from the top. And everybody's like, "Oh, is that a cookie?" I'm like, "No, it's Hard Truth's cork, and it's amazing." That's so cool. Dude, I just love everything about it. I think the bottle is really representative of the art that you put in the bottle.
Thanks, man.
And it's just beautiful from top to bottom. I love it.
Thank you. It's been really a privilege to be able to, work through this process as the distiller and then help with the marketing part of it. But, to your point, we're not owned externally. We finance everything internally. So it gives us the flexibility to do what we want.
Sure.
And so they and my partners let me fuss over this whiskey as much as I want to. So and we've got a great crew of folks, and Chris and Martin and Derek and everyone in the distillery that they're so much better at what they do than I ever was. And so we've got.
Well, you're pretty good, buddy.
Well, we've got some super talented people who care about it, as much about it as I do. So it could suck a lot worse.
Terry Runyon said, just bought a Benny's Hard Truth pick last week. Great stuff. So
awesome.
Yeah, we just did a Hard Truth pick too here at A1, and we tasted 2 ryes and a bourbon, and we picked a bourbon, and the bourbon was really fruity too.
Yes.
Really good. Again, no youthful notes. It was fantastic.
Yeah, thanks, man. Those are going to be some really interesting single barrels. So we before we built our distillery, we worked with another sweet mash distillery to kind of test out some of our mash bills.
Mm-hmm.
And so the original idea was at some point we would either blend those into a larger batch to, have some more older whiskey in. But then as we started tasting that whiskey and then made our own and started tasting our own whiskey, it's the beautiful magic of making whiskey.
Yeah.
You can have the same equipment, the same yeast strains, the same grain, and the same barrels, but do it in 2 different geographic locations, and the whiskey tastes completely different. Right? So these single barrels that are coming out are absolutely delicious, and they're wonderful, but they just don't taste like the whiskey that we're producing on our campus. So we decided to release them as these are truly unicorn single barrels. There were 34 of them that we produced.
Oh, wow.
And that's it.
Really?
They were distilled in Kentucky.
Okay.
Rested in Indiana.
Wow.
With our mash bills. You know, someone opened up time on their stills for us. I was down there. So once these are out in the market, they are out in the market and they're gone.
Okay, well, that's good to know. I did not know that.
Yep. So we're calling it the Origin Series.
Okay.
It's kind of an origin story.
Yeah, awesome. So what else? Is there anything else new you can tell us coming down the pipeline from Hard Truth? I know there's probably a lot that you can't, but
there is a lot. We've got some new stuff. So our maple bourbon cream last year was so successful.
Dude, your maple bourbon cream, it beats, I'm telling you guys, it beats anything Buffalo Trace, or it's the best bourbon cream out there.
Thank you very much. So we're going to do a new holiday bourbon cream this year. So I'll tell you, I'll announce it here. So it's going to be a peanut brittle bourbon cream. So it celebrates that roasted peanut, salty peanut flavor. So it's just going to be available for the holidays. We're doing a small run of it. It'll be out there, but it'll be fun for everybody.
Yeah, that sounds fantastic.
The bourbon cream space is a fun one because you can kind of, do some fun holiday flavors, and you don't have to be married to it.
Yeah.
I can tell you that this stuff is delicious.
Yeah. I tasted something tonight. Can I talk about it or not? I don't know what Narav brought me, but it tasted like apple juice, and it was fantastic.
No,
what was that? What was that?
So we did State of Indiana did an Indiana Economic Global Summit.
Okay.
And it was basically where the governor of Indiana was working with just different foreign dignitaries around the world to help promote Indiana-based business. So he is a big fan of ours. We've, he was very supportive of the Indiana Rye Act that we passed. And so he was throwing this big party. It was right around the Indy 500.
Okay.
And so he came to us and he said, hey, I want to present the coolest gift to my foreign dignitary friends, guests from around the world.
Okay.
And I can't think of anything better than Hard Truth Sweet Mash Whiskey.
Nice.
Can you guys help me with this? And I said, sure.
Yeah.
So he and I got together and we picked 2 barrels.
Okay.
And I married those 2 barrels together and we put it in a bottle and did this really cool label for the governor's private reserve.
Okay.
Right? So there was only two barrels worth of this out there. It will never be sold. Almost all of it went to this event. We ended up with a few cases left over.
Okay.
And so what I'm doing is I'm using those individual bottles for different charity auctions to raise money. We asked the governor. Nice. I said, the only thing we agreed upon is that it wouldn't be sold.
Sure.
So yeah, I brought a bottle this evening for y'all.
Dude, it was so good. It was like apple juice to me. It was delicious. Really, really good. So. Oh man, it's so good. Well, this is fantastic, man. I'm so excited about everything you guys are doing, and honestly, I'm truly honored to get to know you and call you a friend, and I appreciate everything, man.
Feelings mutual. Can't wait for you to come next week.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. We're going to bring Ray down from Harvest Market, and he's super excited, and yeah, it'll be a good time. Awesome. So cheers, brother. Thanks for everything. I'm super excited to see what Hard Truth does, and this stuff's so great.
Thanks, Lance.
Yeah, if you guys haven't had Hard Truth, I'm telling you guys, go seek this stuff out. This is the bottle. It is fantastic. It's one of my favorite ryes, and it's 2 to 3 years old, 3.5 years old. So
come visit us at the distillery.
Oh, and that's the other thing. Like, I have to mention that if you guys haven't been down to Brown County, right? It's where the Covered Bridge festivals are. I mean, the fall is crazy, but your whole property there is amazing. You guys still do the single barrel experience and everything?
We do. So we've got tours. We've got side-by-side ATV tours. We've got tours where you can do a single barrel pick.
Yep.
We've got a 300-seat restaurant, 1,200-person outdoor music amphitheater where there's live music every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Yeah.
And it's kicking the pants,
man. Dude, and the restaurant's fantastic. Everything about the place. What I love about it is, like, I could bring my wife, and it's not just a whiskey thing where she doesn't want to drink whiskey. There's stuff there for her. You guys make great cocktails, everything.
Bring the kids. I mean, it's a very kid-friendly place. It's really a place where, we wanted to bring some of those experiences that people have at the bigger breweries or wineries where, you can come with your family, you can come with friends, you pretty much stay all day or come back for 2 days and still not do everything that we can do on the property.
Yeah. Well, thanks again, man. Thanks for stopping by. And we'll see you in a week, I guess.
Yes, see you next week.
All right, cheers, brother. Cheers, man. All right, guys, we're going to have some more guests on. I'm going to take just a minute. I know that the connection's weak. I apologize. We're doing our best. We have it hardwired in, but it's still a little sketchy, so I'm not sure why, but hopefully you guys, at least on the replay, I think you guys should do good because we can hear it pretty well. So hopefully everything's okay and the sound will be good. But we're going to bring on Rusty with Barrel Company next. We're going to taste through some of their new offerings, which are really fantastic as well. So give us just a minute. All right, Terry says it's not too bad, honestly. All right, good, man. I apologize. We're doing our best here, especially with the sound and everything. We got a band playing. I think it's still all right, but it's still tough, guys, doing these live events. So thank you, guys. We're going to bring Barrel on, and we're going to try a lot of good stuff. Thanks again, man.
Thanks,
love you, brother. All right, give us just about a couple minutes here, guys. I'm going to mute these for just a second, and we'll get Rusty on. Okay, Tim's sound is great. So, maybe a little bit lower quality of the cams, and we're using the same cameras we always use. So if you guys have any questions, go for it. Feel free to, you're good, right? Whenever you want, man. You're good. So, guys, we're here at Whiskey Mash, and it has been such a great event. We tasted, I've got a little Heaven Hill 17-year in this glass. It's probably one of my favorite pours of the night. But honestly, Barrel Company their new stuff is really good. We also tasted Michter's 20, which was really good. We've had some Four Roses Special Edition. Everything you guys could think of. We've got a lot of the Pappy line, a lot of the Wellers. Hey, what's up, buddy? You want to hop on?
Sure.
All right. We got TJ here from Power of Bourbon. What's up, my man?
Oh, how's it going?
Everybody's on. You having a good time?
Absolutely. This was a great event. Can't wait till next year.
Tell me, what's your favorite pour of the night?
So we started out the night with the Michter's 20 because we were all super excited about that.
Yep.
But I got to admit, the Heaven Hill 17 just absolutely destroyed it. It was not even close.
That's what I just said. The 17-year is so good, man.
Oh, man. If there's ever a chance for you to get me to publicly admit I would pay secondary for a bottle, that might be the one.
Yeah. I'm definitely not paying secondary for Michter's 20.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I agree. It's been a great weekend so far.
Absolutely, this has been so much fun.
Yeah, so we came in yesterday. We went to dinner. We had a great dinner last night. Good bottle share. Holy cow!
Yeah. Everybody brought amazing bourbon.
Like bottles they shouldn't have shared.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, this is a great bottle share. And then went to a great dinner and then came back here last night and kind of kicked Whiskey Mash off a little early.
Yes.
And then had a great lunch today. And then we actually started pretty early for Whiskey Mash.
Yeah, I think VIPs were supposed to be in at 5. We came in at 3:30, 4, something like that.
Yeah, it's been so much fun. Derek Long says Power of Bourbon ! You know Derek?
Yeah, Derek's a great Patreon. Can't say enough good things about him. So
good. Ed Bell's on here, and Ed Bell's just bitching about everything as usual.
Yeah,
it's all he does.
Well, I mean, you know what was not represented here in any form or fashion? Wild Turkey, because apparently they can't bring good quality bottles to Whiskey Fest. I'm just gonna say, come on, Ed Bell.
Yeah, that's not our fault. That's their fault. I mean, we offered. They gave us Wild Turkey 1 and 101, and that's about it.
Yeah, where was the single Rick House?
Right.
We could have given given an honest review of that compared to Heaven Hill 17.
Yep.
There was nothing.
No. So Ed, I know sound is greater than video. Everything sucks. Ed's just never happy.
Yep. We cannot control the fact that so many people are having a good time here, and you are not. It is not our fault. I'm sorry.
In all seriousness, Ed, I love you, brother. I wish you were here. I just love to give you shit. So we had a good turnout. I mean, we didn't sell as many tickets as we thought, but I think it was a good amount of people for the first one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Let us figure out what we could do better, what we couldn't. But the amount of people is perfect for me.
No, it was great. And the best part of the night is I don't think I saw anybody drink any Blantons. It just sat there.
Dude, the Heaven Hill table, so much more packed than the Buffalo Trace table. That's when you know you're with whiskey drinkers.
Yep, absolutely. We just everybody just passed by it and like, nope, I don't need that. Hey, Heaven Hill 17? Yes, please.
Yes, please. Yes, please. Ed Bell says, you taters enjoy the Weller, feller. We did not drink any Buffalo Trace, I don't think.
I finally got around to the Weller single barrel because I've never had it.
Yeah.
Lo and behold, it just wasn't there.
I'm gonna have Rusty on in a minute to do the barrel stuff. You wanna sit next to him and try
absolutely.
Some? Okay, all right. We'll have him on. So that'll be in just a second, guys.
Spoiler alert: barrel gray label Seagrass. Not a huge fan. Barrel gray label Dovetail. Yes, please.
1,000%. Yeah, and I didn't even like the regular Dovetail.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's so good.
That is like that's like a wine drinker's whiskey.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like the port comes through way more than the rum for some reason.
Yeah, and it's balanced so well with the extra oak and age.
Yeah.
They hit it out of the park of that. And spoiler alert, coming up on our channel, we're going to have a review of Barrel Vantage.
Yeah.
If you don't have a bottle, buy a bottle.
Yeah, Vantage surprised me because Mizunara Oak usually is just a little funky for me.
Yeah.
Sometimes I like it, but in Japanese whiskey, I like it. I don't know if I would like it blended with bourbon, so I was a little worried. And that bottle, holy crap, it's good. It is.
Yeah. And not only that, it's the first time I've ever had, on the label, if you look at it, it says Mizunara, Toasted Oak, and French Oak. It's the first one that I get, all three distinct profiles in the palate.
Yep. So if you want, if Rusty's cleaned up, if you want to go grab him.
Yeah, I'll go do that.
Yeah, go grab Rusty, and then we'll try some pours together here.
Tell him to bring some good stuff.
Yeah, he'll bring the good stuff. Yeah. He's supposed to give me a bottle of Vantage, so. So yeah, if you guys have any barrel questions, please go ahead and start typing them in before Rusty comes over. This is my water? Oh, okay. All right. So we've been drinking so much that I am trying to stay hydrated. Hey, brother, what's up? We've just been talking you up, so.
Oh, shit.
Hop on in here. So you're on video and audio, just so you know.
Hey, don't even tell me where the camera's at.
Yeah, okay, I won't. You don't even need to know. All you need to do is look forward, and then we'll switch the cameras. So yeah, we've been talking. Can you hear okay?
Yeah.
And then you'll need to get a little close to that so they don't hear too much of the background noise. Ed Bell is one of our Patreon members, and he's nonstop bitching about everything. So he's already bitching about the audio and everything. So anyway, welcome, man.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you for joining us. I'm excited. We're going to try Vantage, right?
Correct.
So you want to tell everybody where you're from and about the product and everything?
So I'm with BC Merchants out of Chicago. We have the honor of representing Barrel in Illinois.
Yeah.
It's been awesome to see their transition and what they've been doing over the last probably 3-4 years.
You guys have been doing amazing stuff.
It's amazing stuff. You know, they've really mastered that 3-barrel finishing process.
Yep.
And that's why I'm excited about this Vantage, because the last two have all been flavored casks.
Sure.
Pork casks. This is all wood.
Yeah.
So it's different than what they've done in that.
I was telling her a little bit earlier, but the Mizunara Oak scared me off a little bit because I wasn't sure how that would work with bourbon. But I know those casks are really expensive because they're so porous. Like the wood isn't straight or something, right?
They're expensive because they're hard to work with.
Okay.
And Barrel is one of 2 companies, like worldwide whiskey distilleries or whiskey companies, that actually use the entire barrel.
Okay.
So they're spending the money at the time to actually straighten out the wood.
Wow.
And so you're getting a full Mizunara barrel out of that. So usually when you see Mizunara, they're doing barrel heads or like an eighth or of the barrel. So you're getting the full Mizunara barrel here, which is awesome. Because what you're getting, and just the time that goes into it, the effort, and plus you lose a lot of whiskey.
Right.
Right. The end result's pretty awesome. But the amount of work that they put into this is unbelievable.
Yeah. So you want to taste it?
Let's taste it.
All right, let's taste it, guys. So how's your? I hate to do this with 17 year, but I will. Will there ever be store picks of the popular barrel blends? Oh, Seagrass Dovetail. That's a good question.
Not in the near future.
Okay.
So,
I mean, I'm sure they're blending for consistency,
they're
right?
Consistency.
Yeah.
But they're at times, if you catch them right, there's you get an apricot brandy cask, a single barrel, you can get a port cask. You can just blend them together yourself. Make your own. You can just buy all three casks.
Yeah. All right. Cheers, guys. It's a great event. You're just going to go right from the bottle? Cheers, everybody. It's so good, man. It's really well balanced. I absolutely love it. Oh, thanks, Cody. Thanks, bud.
All right, so now cheers.
Yeah. Now the real cheers. Cheers, guys. All right, since you've already reviewed this, what do you think, bud?
That is so good. If you want traditional bourbon notes, that's not what it is. But if you want something to destroy every Michter's Toasted product, this is the one for you.
Yeah, that's a good descriptor. Yeah, it's really good. What's the proof on it?
114.
114. It's like right in my sweet house. That proof.
And that's probably my favorite thing of all the barrel products is they're all barrel strength. They all come in hot.
Yeah.
They don't drink hot.
Yeah.
Like they drink very easy for the proof.
Yep.
And like I don't know another brand that drinks that easy for the proof.
Yeah,
And
it's just
unbelievable.
like all barrel products I describe as crushable because they're really, really nice and well-rounded.
Yep.
You also shared tonight the Dovetail. What was the age on that one? The gray label Dovetail.
Up to 20.
That was fantastic.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't had that, that is like super jammy, and I think if you're a wine lover, like that Dovetail is where it's at. Like you said, the port really shined through way more than the rum to me.
The highlight for that bottle tonight was a guy did not want to try it tonight. He goes, I do not drink wine cask finished whiskeys. And his wife talked him into trying it, and he fell in love.
He loved
goes, it is so subtle and so just well-rounded.
Yeah.
He loved it. So
good.
Kind of just the blending's amazing.
Yeah, it's really good. I'm gonna check if we got any questions here. Peter B said he had his first Armida last week. Really liked it. Paired really well with his cigar.
Yeah, nice. And that is so. The team at Barrel with Tripp and Joe and Will and Nick are. It's amazing. The team that Joe's brought in. Nick was on Top Chef, Tripp was at Heaven Hill, and Will is a master. And they're just putting together blends that you would never expect to find. And you're saying, "Oh, let's try the pear brandy or the." And to go well. They put together an amazing. So those guys are doing.
Yeah.
Like this, the thought process behind the flavor, what they've done, it's just been fantastic.
Yeah, and the Seagrass is fantastic. I mean, that was my rye of the year.
Yep.
2 years. Was it last year?
Yep.
Last year. Yeah. It's all. They're just doing amazing. And I'm super excited. I think I've been preaching about you guys for so long. In fact, I did a top 3 video this last week. I think it's like 8,000 views already. But I said that my top bourbon that everyone's leaving on now barrel.
Great dovetail is. Some of the older batches, the new one comes out and kind of supersedes everything else. Some of these older batches,
31 is one of my favorites. Really, I think that fruit notes are kind of amped up for me for whatever reason, but I love that barrel. But yeah, you guys are doing amazing stuff.
It's just going to get more exciting.
Yeah.
So everything that they're working on right now down there and coming out with and in the planning stages and they're doing the same kind of thing with their Stellum line now. So there's some exciting stuff coming from Barrel right now.
So they just recently sent me a couple new Stellum line stuff that I've tasted and haven't reviewed yet. That's really good. I can't even remember the names.
So you have the Equinox.
The Equinox they sent?
The Tara.
I don't have that. It was a rye, a Stellum rye too. It started with an F, I think.
Yeah, it's
can't remember.
It's a very fancy Italian word.
Yeah,
so
yes.
Look for the fancy Italian word.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're and it's just the whole process of they're just looking for that people seek out Barrel because it's so inconsistent in a good way.
Yeah.
There's zero consistency, brand consistency.
Yeah, every batch is really unique.
Different, 32 is different, 33 is different. Yep. And Stellum's just to kind of core across the line. What you're going to get now is going to be the same in 10 years. So people have that consistent modeling from them.
Yeah, so you also sell Wilderness Trail, right?
Correct.
And I just had their 8-year, which is phenomenal. Yeah. It's really cool to see. I mean, all their stuff is fantastic. Dr. Heiss and all those guys are amazing. So that 8-year though is really good.
It was amazing, and we're crossing our fingers. Some more older stuff comes out down the pipeline. I know they're planning on the 15-year release.
Oh my gosh.
So, which we were excited about because they bought special barrels as a distributor. We're excited about because they bought 15 barrels specifically for their release.
Okay.
We were able to buy 3 of them.
Yeah.
And it's like if you know Wilderness Trail, they're geeky about their they are very, and you have the microbiologists, and all the PhD and their scientists. They're just as geeky. So they're working with different groups, outdoor season drying, indoor drying,
and we just had Bryan with Hard Truth on, and he does the sweet mash process just like they do. And that sweet mash process, there's something special to it.
You have to know what you're doing.
Yeah.
And I don't realize that you mess up just a little bit, you're out.
Right.
So it's a process that makes you
Yeah, good batch. That was a good batch. It's spelled FIBONACCI.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah. Let's see. Nick said match 16 is one of my nurse bottles. Got a great orange profile. Bring back 16 style blend, please, is what he said. Yeah. I don't know what was in 16. I can't remember.
I can't remember off the top of my head. 16 might have won Whiskey of the Year. I think I might have been the Whiskey of the Year batch.
Okay. I mean, you guys have won a lot of Whiskey of the Years, right? Seagrass did amazing.
As a company, it's been a little over 200 gold medals, double golds, best in shows. So and they're all blind tastings. They don't pay to be in a competition. It's all blind tasting, and so to win those to me is more respectful than a pay to entry. But yeah, it's 240 some gold medals, double golds.
Wow. Well, hey buddy, I don't want to take too much of your time, but I really appreciate you joining us and sharing an amazing pour. This is a bottle I've got to get. It is so good. It's one of my favorites of the year. So
batch 1 just released, and it's gonna once batch 1's done, it should be done in about October. And then a little lull, then so when you see it, get it.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites of the year. One of the best pours tonight. We had a lot of pours. So cheers, Rusty. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for coming by, bud. All right, cheers. All right, guys. So I'm not going to go too long because I know that the sound is really tough with the band playing back there. Still got a lot of people here. It has been a great night. I just wanted to come on, make sure we interviewed some distilleries for you guys, tasted some great bourbons. Yeah, Nick, 16 Fire. I don't know that I've ever had 16. So anyway, appreciate you guys. Love you very much. Please like, comment, subscribe, share this. But we are going to be doing this annually, so next year will even be bigger. But it was a great event, and we have had so much fun with our Patreon members. If you want to join Patreon, you can just go to whiskeytornado.com. You can see the join button. You can sign up for as little as $2 a month, but you don't have to. You can just keep watching on YouTube, whatever. We just love sharing whiskey with you guys and getting to know everybody and having these awesome events. But this was truly amazing weekend. Man, I'm just so glad every time I get together with our Patreon members. There will be a vlog coming out that is going to be pretty good, but it'll take me a little while to edit that, a little bit longer. Let's see. What's up, buddy? Are you joining the live stream?
I'm amazed by everything you do, and so I wanted a chance to like see the whole setup, and I saw there was a free moment, so I wanted to grab it.
Yeah, hop on. This is Cody, by the way, guys.
Hey, welcome. Hello, all you people out there in Whiskey Land.
You'll be on that one.
Oh, fantastic! You guys that have not joined, you definitely need to come next year because this is fantastic.
Have you had a good time?
I have had a wonderful time. Thank you.
What's your favorite pour of the night?
Oh, pour of the night. Favorite pour of the night. Man, I've had so much. You know, honestly, the weird one that I never would have expected was the 18-year Jameson. I would not have expected that, but I thought that was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I had that too. It was really good.
That was really good. I've also enjoyed all the things from Garrison Brothers tonight.
Oh, nice.
Which is again a little bit outside the north. I've enjoyed those. The French, the Buffalo Trace product, the French oak.
Oh, the French oak. Yeah. The Charter oak.
Yeah, you know, So I'm from Chicago, folks. Up by us, though, that's a little bit of an expensive item. Not as great though as I would have expected for the price point.
I agree with you there.
Not bad, just not as great as I would have expected for a price point that I see up by me. But yeah, no, it's just been fun all the way around though.
Good, man. I'm glad you made the trip.
I'm excited that I made the trip. Definitely.
Dinner was good last night.
Yes.
We had a great time. Yeah.
Yes.
We're going to try to make it bigger and better every year. And so, yeah.
I would if better.
All right, guys. Well, this is going to do it. Thank you guys again for joining the live stream. What's up, Mo? You want to join us?
Hey, what's up, dude? This is Mo.
What's up, Mo? Everybody say hey to Mo.
What are we talking about today?
We've been talking about what's your favorite pour of the night.
Look, if you weren't here, you missed
out. You missed out.
What?
Rob, move this way. Yeah, you're good.
Pours here. M20. Birth the bourbon. Lot B.
Yeah.
Entire Weller lineup.
Yeah.
If you weren't here next time, next year, 2.0.
2.0. Hey, bye. Yeah. Michael, what was your favorite pour? Favorite pour.
I'm going to say the Heaven Hill 17.
That's been what about you, Jason?
Heaven Hill 17.
Heaven Hill 17. Michael, favorite pour.
All right, guys. I want to thank Rob. This was fantastic. Favorite pour of the night? Probably. I love the Old Fitz 17.
Oh, Old Fitz 17's good. Yeah.
That was a good one. Heaven Hill 17. I'm a big Brown Foreman guy. So
Yep.
all of that stuff. They had the birthday bourbon.
You know what was cool about the event is you looked at the Buffalo Trace table empty, Heaven Hill table full.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, out of all the Buffalo Trace product that was there, the old Charter.
That was one of your favorites?
That was one of my favorites.
That's a good pour.
That was, I mean, it was grapes all day long.
Yeah,
It was like grape soda.
Yep.
You know, it was really good.
Yep.
But it was a great time. I had some good pours, well worth the.
Yeah, what do you think about next year?
Oh, if you're not here next year, then you're missing out. I mean, it's well worth the time and money to get here.
Well, dude, I gotta say, like, the coolest thing, and I don't want to get too mushy here, but it's not about this. It's about meeting you, getting to know you. You were at last year's meetup,
Yep.
And dude, I consider you a friend, and I appreciate you coming down. And I'm so excited. Yeah. My wife,
you know, and I was able to meet a bunch of other guys that share the same love for, you know, whiskey, bourbon, and camaraderie that goes along with it. You know, people who we don't share yet. Guys bringing King of Kentucky. What? I've never had a bottle share that's showing up. Next year, if you're not
thanks for joining us, buddy. All right, guys. So that I really am going to conclude it now. I didn't know a couple people wanted to hop on, so we will probably do like early bird specials next year and release these tickets a little earlier. But it's been a great event, and we had some just ridiculous bottles. What's up, buddy? What do you want to jump on? Go for it. I got a question for you. See, Rusty? Just talk real close. What's up, Andy? This is Andy, everybody.
Man, this was a great event you guys put on.
Good.
I mean, there were so many great bourbons and whiskeys.
What was your favorite pour? Favorite pour?
Ooh, favorite pour would have to be, honestly, Hard Truth Batch 4.
Oh, nice. Coming in with a Hard Truth.
Honestly, I had a nice 30-minute conversation with the master distiller. It was phenomenal.
Yeah, Brian's a good dude. Really good guy.
I cannot wait for some of the things he's got coming out.
Yeah. Well, dude, I appreciate you. Andy, for those that don't know, sent in a sample to Ed Sturgard.
This was a great event.
Yeah, it's a good time, man.
So I will. I'll let you get back to it. I hope you guys had a great time.
All right, love you, brother.
This was a great event.
Good. I'm glad you had fun. All right, brother. All right, guys, we're signing off for real. Love you guys. Take care. I hope you guys can make it next year. We'll see you guys later.